So this guy's in here. Yeah.
Hello.
Aaron?
Yes. Khalid.
Yeah, Khalid.
Khalid.
Hi. It's a bit chilly in here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm more comfortable with my jacket off, so just...
So what was your name before you took on a Muslim name?
It was Terry.
Terry.
But the guy that introduced me to Islam he said, you are Khalid. It means eternity or eternal, you know? Aaron.
It means bearer of light.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Interesting. What do you think the difference is between the messenger that you call Jesus, Isa, and the messenger Muhammad, the last and final messenger Muhammad? What do you think the differences are between those two?
There was a difference in what they came to do. Jesus, I mean, as a Christian, I don't believe that Jesus primarily came to give a new law to mankind, although his role for coming was to be the Savior, because there's no salvation without God.
That's where we differ. The whole point is that every nation had its own individual messenger. And you're right, Jesus didn't come to bring a new law, as your book says. He didn't come to bring a new law, right? He came to reinforce the old one. The law of Moses to the lost children of Israel.
Well,
it came to reinforce it. But can I just make a point that, and this is the quintessential point about the whole debate we're going to have, because if you can accept Muhammad as the last and final messenger, if you accept that...
For me to become a Muslim, I had to believe that Muhammad is the last prophet.
And you believe in all the prophets.
But see, how can I believe that when Jesus says, I'm the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last?
We believe this has been made up by man, and the proof of that is the faults and errors, both in your book and in your society outside. Because I just have to look outside the door, I can see a manifestation of everything bad in your society, in America. We don't have problems with rape and fornication and adultery. We don't have those big problems that you have. Let's concentrate on just one aspect of Sharia punishment. Stealing, cutting the hand of the thief. Left hand first, right hand second.
Cutting off people's hands? I mean, have you ever watched someone getting their hands cut off? Where's the mercy in that? The law can't change people's nature.
How will you address the prostitution, the pedophilia, homosexuality? You're in charge tomorrow, right? You're president of the United States, right? How do you address your problems?
Well, I mean, first of all, as Christians, we do want godly government.
What is that godly government? I don't understand that. What is godly government?
The way, the biblical way.
So you really don't know what to do about it, because Aaron, the answer's not in there. I wouldn't expect you to know. I can tell you it's capital punishment, right? For the one who's an adulterer, if they're unmarried, 100 lashes. If they're married, stoned to death. This is Islamic Sharia, comprehensive. I don't expect you to know, because you're holding a completely corrupted message that doesn't tell you what to do in these situations. You have many problems in your own country. Why do you want to come to a Muslim country and propagate what we know what we feel, what we know to be a lie, and where the punishment for what you're doing is death?
Okay, Khalid, you know, I know your holy book tells you that it's okay to kill because of religion. It's okay to kill someone that converts to another religion. But if that's what you believe, you're wrong. You're wrong. It is not right to kill. It is not right to kill someone just because they choose another religion.
But it's allowed to drop 30-pound bombs from 30 miles up in the sky and kill innocent people in Iraq and Afghanistan. They're fighting with arms, you're fighting with lies. And we believe that the poison you're peddling, we believe at best your book is tainted, what you're selling is tainted, and at worst it's the biggest lie ever to be enforced upon the whole of mankind.
Under Sharia law, you're wanting to kill people. You want to kill people just because they don't believe the Quran.
We only kill when God says it's allowed to kill. If somebody comes into your house, there's a burglar standing into your house, what do you do? At some point in your life, you have to fight. Islam tells you it's allowed to fight that man, and if you kill him, you don't have to pay any blood money or your life can't be taken. The same can be applied to the invasion of land. If the land is invaded, it's called defensive jihad.
Don't we have the right to defend ourselves? Osama bin Laden has declared war in the West.
The strange thing is, Aaron, that at present, now, you'll have to enlighten me here, but there's no army of occupation in America or England, yeah? In every piece of Muslim land you've occupied, create mischief in every piece of Muslim land. What we're saying to you is, stop your occupation of Muslim land, stop supporting Israel, leave us alone to sort out our own affairs, okay? That's all we're asking, and if you don't do it, well, then we have to fight you. This is defensive jihad. There's no offensive jihad to spread the word of Islam at the moment. There's only defensive jihad, and it's obligatory in every man, woman, child.
So September 11th is defensive jihad. I mean, innocent people are being slaughtered.
America never slaughtered innocent people in Iraq before 9/11.
Wait.
This global crusade against Islam and Muslims began before 9/11. Began before 2001. Go back to 1991. Over 250,000 kids killed either directly or indirectly through sanctions from your government. Your government is referred to in the Quran by God. He said they call themselves the peacemakers, but they're the ones who create the mischief on the earth. Your government, that's the people that you represent. You have no answers to anything.
I don't represent the American government.
Oh, do you know? Who do you represent?
I don't represent the American government.
You represent people from the West. So I'm speaking to you because you're here sitting today saying you represent Christianity and you voted for George Bush. I'm judging you by your actions, and by their fruits they shall be known, from your own book. You're the one that are aiming all the insults at us. We're the terrorists. We're the fundamental extremists. No, you are. You are. You're occupying our land. You stay out of our land and we'll stay out of yours. There's a deal for you. Allahu Akbar.
For all his talk about hellfire and Sharia law, on the issue of Iraq, Khalid finally sounded reasonable. And even though he is unlike the great majority of Muslims, on that point I felt he could have been speaking for them all. It had a profound effect on Aaron. Despite all his travels to Muslim countries, it was clear that he had never been confronted like this before.